In today's video, we'll start from that very part where you concluded last day, most probably line number 117, and from there we'll start today. First of all, we have to remember we should not go for basic paraphrasing or translation. Annotation is highly required, and you should try your best to understand and write your own paraphrasing and annotation. I'll assist you in all the way. Finding doubts, you should inform me. And in each video, I'll provide the best annotation that I can give you. So here we go, and we'll start this next part. Mark his condition and the event, and tell me if this might be a brother. Here, condition stands for attitude. And the events. Instead of events, you should use series of events. Then tell me if this might be a brother. That means, does Antonio possess the quality of a brother? Miranda, it should seem to think, but nobly of my grandmother. That means it would be sinful to think bad about grandmother. So sometimes good homes have born bad sons. That means, unfortunately, good mother gives birth of evil sons. So Miranda just wants to say that her uncle is a kind of evil, but she does not want to blame her grandmother for that, for giving birth of such an evil child. So she says that sometimes good ladies also give birth of poor children. Prospero. Now the condition. Condition means here you can write the situation, or also you can write the events. The king of Naples, being an enemy to me, inveterate. Here, inveterate stands for a mere enemy. That means an arch enemy of Prospero. Here comes my brother's suit. That means listen to. My brother's suit means request. Listen to the request of Antonio, which was that in lieu of the premises of homage, which was that the request was that in lieu of that means in return of the premises of homage. That means the tribute or the money paid. I know not how much tribute. Now Prospero did not know how much money was paid by Antonio. Should presently extirpate me, means exile me. So they made a plan to do what? To exile Prospero and mine out of the dukedom. So the plan was that they had to throw him out of the dukedom and confer fair Milan with all the honors on my brother. Confer we can write entitled, or we can also write to hand over. They had to exile Prospero from the dukedom, and the authority of the entire kingdom of Milan would be handed over, would be entitled to him with all the honors of my brother. Whereon a treacherous army levied. A treacherous mean who cheat. Army levied. That means a treacherous means recruited or arranged. One midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan. Fated to the purpose mean according to the plans. So previously, what did we found? Previously we find that what type of wrong things he had done, and here we have seen we're finding what we're finding the events one after another, and those events resulted in his exile. Open the gates of Milan, and in the gate of the darkness. Gate of Milan means the main gate of the castle, or we can say the palace. And in the date of the darkness, that means pitch dark night. The minister for the purpose. All the officers of the purpose. Hurried thence. Hurried means thence means there. Me and thy crying self. That means Miranda was crying. So all the ministers, few of the ministers, they came to Prospero and they informed Prospero to leave the kingdom as quickly as possible in order to avoid any kind of further fatality. And he left that night, taking his little daughter who was crying then. So it is truly a real brother, what we can see, a real brother acting like a pure enemy. So this enmity is not at all normal. And it is obvious for Miranda to feel extremely bad in finding his uncle did such a wrong thing to her father. Miranda, alack for pity. Alack for pity means it's so sad. Alas, it's so sad. I not remembering how I cried out then. She can't remember at the present time. How did he cry? How did she cry? We'll cry it over again. Now, she would cry again. Why? After listening to such description, after listening to such description, for the first time, she has come to know about her childhood, her past, and their royalty. And she's feeling really emotional as well as betrayed in listening to such story. It is a hint that wrings mine eyes to it. It is a ring means that story that stands for the story. Rings mine eyes to it means squeezes her eyes to bring in tears. That means The story breaks her heart. So it is very obvious for her to feel heartbroken since she was a princess. She was not a poor teen to be in such deserted island. So it's very obvious for her to feel heartbroken and obviously for her to avoid the story further. So that's all for today.